Christopher was not only a musician, an artist. Christopher was a son, was a grandson, was a nephew. He was a good friend. And people need to see that part of him that nobody else.
So Diddy may not just be a person of interest in the death of Tupac, but he may also be responsible for B's death, and Big's mom, Valeda Wallace, is looking for answers.
He said, I'm a businessman. I'm about making money, but something gotta change. I don't give a fuck if Pac gotta die, Big gotta die, or Suge Knight go to jail.
Girl, it's always been about money for Diddy, and allegedly because of his greed, the entertainment industry lost both Biggie and Tupac now. When it comes to Tupac, there's already information out there. That Diddy put a $1 million hit on both Tupac Shakur and Suge Knight following the highly publicized rat beef involving himself and Biggie. And he hired Crips member Dwayne Keith Davis aka Kethy D to carry out that hit, but Tupac was allegedly taken by KP's gang member Orlando Anderson. Even though the original hit was supposed to be carried out by Key Bed, the plans were changed at the last minute after they unexpectedly pulled up on the wrong side of Tupac's vehicle, so Key's nephew carried out the hit instead, outliving Tupac and injuring Suge Knight.
So Orlando shot across Dre?
He leaned over on the window, we rolled down the window, popped.
Who was it?
They would drove on my side, I was popped them. You know what I'm saying? But they was on the other side.
But one of the reasons why Diddy was not arrested while Keffy D was, is because the person who was allegedly given the money to give to Key D was Eric Von Zip, and because he never delivered the money, and he died, there's nothing substantial linking Diddy to the death of Tupac. Even the person who allegedly pulled the trigger, Baby Lane, is also dead. But there have been enough receipts linking Diddy to whatever happened that night, and there are many receipts that also point to Diddy having something to do with the death of Biggie, and reportedly Biggie's family members, including his mom, believe that to be true. As you may have heard, Diddy has been giving publishing rights back to his former artist, and that includes Biggie, who signed to Diddy's label Bad Boy Entertainment upon its launch in 1993 and dropped his debut album Ready to Die in 1994. And soon after the release, Biggie was unified, and ever since then, Diddy has been cashing in on Biggie's music, and it's only now that he has given back the publishing rights to Biggie's family.
You don't have to make changes in the world, but if you have a chance to do the right thing, why wouldn't you do the right thing? You know what I'm saying? And that's a world that I want to live in. And so, you know what I'm saying, I want to be that change that I want. It's really about just me evolving and wanting to do, you know what I'm saying, what I feel is like the right thing that we should all do. We should all look.
Apparently, this is Diddy's way of apologizing, but like several people have been saying, including his former artists, those publishing rights are worth nothing. Like, just listen to what Aubrey O'Day said about Diddy giving them back their publishing rights.
Diddy is just literally known as the guy that doesn't pay his artists. And it's funny, and then you move on and you like something that he did on TikTok because he's funny. But for people that worked for 6 years of their life and entered an industry where somebody made, what, $48 million?
Nearly $50 million?
And we didn't even see a penny of that, and we were in thongs and 5-inch heels for years of our lives on stage. And not any of it did we see.
Well, the case is just the same for Biggie, and as you are all well aware, Diddy made even more money from Biggie after his death than when he was alive, but the publishing rights he's talking about that he has given back to the family are apparently worth nothing. Allegedly, Biggie's mom, Valeda, who has been asking Diddy to release the rights for years, is not happy about it. And the family now sees that Diddy only wanted to get money from Biggie's music, especially after his death. Remember, Veda previously revealed how little money Biggie received when he signed on with Diddy's label. She wrote about it in her 2005 book. Biggie Veda Wallace remembers her son Christopher, and based on what she wrote, she clearly didn't trust that Diddy had her son's best interest at heart. She wrote, "The truth is Christopher accepted the illusion of a friend and mentor for about $25,000. That's the amount Puffy lured my son with. That was a lot of money for Christopher back then. As a 19-year-old, he had never earned that much at one time in his life. It was enough money to make my son believe that Puffy was ready to do anything for him. It was enough to buy a blind love, And loyalty, reportedly Biggie's mother, still believes that Diddy may have been involved in the death of her son, and it had everything to do with money. I mean, several other people have also said that Diddy wanted Biggie out of the way because Biggie had plans to sign to another label because he realized that Diddy was just using him. There's even an ex-bodyguard named Uncle Ron who previously claimed that Diddy offered him money to take out Biggie.
I was offered $30,000 to perform a hit on Biggie Smalls. March 1st of 1997, I was approached by Diddy to perform a hit on one of his artists. Finding out that he wanted all the rights to all his catalog.
Now, I don't know if this Uncle Ron guy is speaking the truth or not, or if he's only out here to get a paycheck or whatever. But here's the thing, he's not the only person who has said that Diddy wanted Biggie out because Biggie wanted to leave his label. Gene Deal also claimed that Biggie planned to leave Bad Boy Records behind for a better deal elsewhere worth more than $60 million. So he showed me, I said, you about to get that money, he said. Yeah, look at this. It had Charlie Baltimore Cameron Z's Little Kim Up Jr. Mafia Tracy, I don't know, Tracy Murray, Tracy Lee, and the commission. And I think the contract was for so many years for like 62 million, comes out to like $62 million. In fact, Gene Deal also confirmed that whatever happened to Biggie was definitely an inside job. It was somebody in our crew that wanted them to know that Big was in that vehicle. And let's not forget other people who have said that Diddy only took advantage of Biggie, like DMXUP. Upside, it was a blessing. And the curse, cause they were happy about getting signed first, and they were on the Benjamin and was going, but then he made him jiggy and put him in suits and made them write lyrics for him, and took all that publishing, and Mace also released a song titled Oracle 2 Standing on Bodies, which includes shots at Diddy about how he may have been involved in Biggie's passing. He was like representing every artist that was left behind from Craig Mack to GD. P.I. still remember them kids trampled for every producer you ever stole their sample with those lyrics. Misa was referencing the infamous 1991 City College incident, where 9 people were trampled at a celebrity basketball game promoted by Diddy, but he didn't stop. There, he went on to rap about Diddy using the death of Biggie Smalls as a marketing ploy, and for not properly compensating Biggie's mother. And then there is 50 Cent, who has said multiple times that Diddy was involved in the deaths of Biggie and Tupac. For instance, in the song Hip Hop, 50 Cent raps, "Who shot Biggie Smalls if we don't get them? They're gonna kill us all, man. Puffy know who hit that man. He scared them boys from the west side, going to break them off." So all these people can't just be imagining that Diddy had something to do with everything that happened. In addition, there were also rumors that Big gave Diddy a lot of good ideas about what to do with the artist on Bad Boy, both with their image and sound-wise, like he would mention it casually and Diddy wouldn't say much, and next thing he knew, Diddy had the artist doing exactly what Big suggested, and Big never got a dime or any credit for the ideas he mentioned to Diddy. And it's because of things like that Big knew that he needed to leave Bad Boy. Well, died before he could leave the label, and just like with Tupac, the receipts have Diddy written all over them. As for what Diddy himself said about the death of Biggie, he admitted on the Wendy Williams show that he sort of felt responsible for Biggie's death. I think I always feel some sort of, responsibility because I'm in this thing with him, you know what I'm saying? He's my artist, and he was supposed to go to London that night, and I let him talk me into, not going to London and staying in LA. And that that's something that really bothered me, throughout my life, is sometimes you have to really go with that decision in your gut. And in my gut, it was like, you need to get on the plane, but sometimes when you don't listen to your gut, and this is God's world, it's his plan. But honestly, that's one of the things I regret. And I'm sure that he went to London. Okay, but did he say that because he felt guilty or because he was actually responsible for Biggie's death? 'Cause if the receipts are anything to go by, Diddy's link to both Tupac and Biggie's deaths is pretty loud. But do you believe that to be true? Was Diddy really responsible for the deaths of Tupac and Biggie? And is he really trying to buy forgiveness by giving Biggie's publishing rights to his family? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. And don't forget to check out this next video.